Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Escape for San Francisco podcast. Today it's a solo episode. I want to be talking about New Year's resolutions and personal goals. I'll make this episode really short and sweet. Start off the year. First of all, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2022. The past couple years has felt like they've just been blended into each other. There's not really much more I could say about that. Everyone knows what's going on. As far as New Year's resolutions, why do we set new goals or New Year's resolutions at the beginning of the year? How come it's so hard to do this mid-year or throughout the year constantly? Why does something about January 1st we feel refreshed and excited and about whatever it might be starting every year? I know for me, every year I try to do something to set a new goal, a new habit, to make it stick this time. And I think there is good reason behind it. Firstly, you're motivated coming to a new year. Whatever you're going on throughout the year prior, you're letting it go, letting it behind you, so you want to start fresh. Coming to the new year, a lot of people have lofty goals and expectations. One of them might be to exercise, to cook more from home, stay away from junk food, read more. It's always a big one. Learn a new skill is always another big one. But I wonder, what kind of goals do you have, or what kind of New Year's resolutions do you have? Do you have lofty ones? Do you have unrealistic ones? I know I do. I have some very unrealistic goals every year. Sometimes they pan out, sometimes, they're not good. But I do that because I want to try as best I can to try to accomplish things that I know I probably couldn't accomplish. But it's the act of trying that motivates me to do more. And I feel others might do the same or benefit from doing the same. Does goal setting work? And for me personally, yes and no. Yes, there's some goals that I make and I do meet them, good and bad. But there's also a lot of goals I set that I never make, and they just stress me out more, cause more headaches, and it just kind of makes me feel really bad, because I try so much to meet these goals. And so sometimes for me, I need to step back and reevaluate the process on how I approach this, and making sure that the work that I did to try to achieve that goal, that was my success, whether I accomplished the goal or not. So that's how I try to look at it. I'm not always going to be successful at everything, but I could always try to be better than I was the year prior, the week prior, month prior, day prior, whatever it might be. Whatever the cliche is, always try to be better than you were the day before. Do I ever keep my goals? Yeah, I think I answered that. I pretty much try to, but to be honest, only a few of my goals ever get met every year. Well, the lofty ones for sure. There's little goals here and there that I do on a monthly basis that I try to achieve. And one of them was to quit soda for 30 days. And yeah, I could accomplish that, but I go right back into it again. And so it's learning about habits and how to make structure and how to plan better. I'm very ambitious. I sometimes I am ready for it, and sometimes I'm not ready for change. And I think that's a big one for people is are you ready for change? Are you comfortable with having change in your life? Change doesn't come easy for a lot of people, but when that change happens, are you going to be ready for it? Also, expectations for yourself. What kind of expectations do you set? What are some ways that you can improve upon yourself in a way where the expectation meets your standards or your outcome that you're trying to accomplish? And then also, unrealistic goals. What kind of unrealistic goals do you have, or unrealistic New Year's resolutions do you put in there? One for me is to always get, like a higher paying job. And I've always put that unrealistic out there because it just makes me more ambitious on what I try to do in my career or other side things that I try to do. I'm always trying to achieve to become better. It might not necessarily mean money wise, but it could just be mean position wise. Always striving to get a better position, never staying content what I'm doing, and reaching outside the box and trying different things. Last year I tried so many different things, and I realized what I liked and I realized what I didn't. I did some new things like video editing and for money, and I realized that wasn't really motivating me. I do like to create things, and I realized I'd rather create things for myself than to create things for others if I'm not passionate about what I'm doing. And if I'm not passionate about it, then I will never really achieve what I want to, or what I want out of it will never make me satisfied. What are my New Year's resolutions? This year, I hope to put out my New Year's resolutions to put out 2 podcasts every month, 2 new episodes every month. Another New Year's resolution I have is to buy a new camera, to save up to buy a new camera where I could record on and have something that I could maybe stream on, and to achieve that process. My third resolution is to start a YouTube channel. I know I have one for the podcast, but I want to start one just for personal one, for maybe start a San Francisco Giants YouTube channel, and it's just all San Francisco Giants. I've always been really into the Giants, and I really love sports, and I see an outlet for that. Maybe it's one where I could focus on my film, photography, where I could just go around and showing, kind of vlog style, where I'm going around the city and I'm just showing the type of pictures I take and I'm putting them out there. Fourth resolution is to learn to be nicer to others, and especially to the people that I love. I'm a nice person in general, but sometimes I do lose my cool about things. I get stressed out. I'm a very stressful person, and that weighs on others, and they can see, sometimes I get snappy. Sometimes I'm not always the easiest to be around, but it's because the amount of pressure I put on myself and the stress that I have. So I'm trying to learn how to be better about that and be a nicer person to others and be genuine. And my fifth resolution is to explore more, go safely, to travel safely, and to go and take pictures and do things in the way that I'm more fulfilled. Get out of the house. I feel like I've been in the house for 2 years. I'm trying to get out and do more things. And so those are my New Year's resolutions. I would like to know what yours are, and if you have any tips on how to maintain these resolutions, and what would you recommend, Miko? What do you recommend, like books, articles, personal things that you tried in the past that worked for you to make your resolution stick? I would love to hear feedback from those who are listening or watching. Just let me know what kind of resolutions you have, and if you have any tricks or ideas or things that worked for you that made a resolution work. And I always love to learn from others, and that's the best thing about having a podcast, is building community, talking to each other, and then learning knowledge from each other. That's my favorite thing about doing this, and I appreciate everyone. Going into the new year, I'm gonna try my hardest to produce some really good content, but also meet new people and get engaged with the community, and hopefully I put out stuff people vibe to. That's just my ultimate goal. Just people vibing to my stuff, love the work that I do, and we could be able to, be in this community together and hopefully build some friendships. All right, thank you.